Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be digging up my sweet potatoes because the leaves are turning yellow. That's usually an indicator that they're done, but also it's been way past my allotted days. Now sweet potatoes usually go from 100 to 150 days depending on your variety. Mine's way past that, so hopefully I get a good harvest, but I have been dealing with a lot of pests and rodents, so we're gonna see what we get today. All right, here's my sweet potatoes. They're right here in this section, and of course they've gone up my fence, and I have some, there's a bag right there, you can't really see it. I'm probably going to harvest those too because they're starting to yellow, and I've had something digging in there, so I'm going to pull them out. Now sweet potatoes are not like regular white potatoes. A lot of people think they're both potatoes, I can treat them the same. They're not. The sweet potatoes are in the morning glory family, okay? And you cure those a little bit different from regular potatoes. And regular potatoes are in the nightshade family. So they're two different families, even though they're both potatoes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come at the base right here, and I'm going to just cut these off. I'm going to find the top part, and I'm just going to cut them off. I'm going to leave about an inch or so, well, probably about 2 to 3 inches of the top on there, so I can start digging up the potatoes. You can actually see one right there. I don't know what I'm going to get because I did not fertilize these, and I should have with phosphorus, but you live and you learn. Next year I will. Now these tops, these really green ones, these are actually edible. So the shoots and the leaves are edible on sweet potatoes. And people, a lot of countries cook these down. So if you're interested in that and you have some growing and you're getting ready to harvest your sweet potatoes, as long as they're not looking crazy like that, as long as they're green still, they should be good to eat. So I'm gonna get started on taking these out. Alright guys, I know it's kind of shadowed, and today has been a weird day. It's cloudy, then it's not. So you can see some of the sweet potatoes right there. You see them? Okay, I'm going to start digging them up. They might be really tiny because I didn't do anything to give them food, which I'm kicking myself for now, but next year I definitely will. And I unearthed my chives that were being taken over. I'm gonna have to pull some of the weeds out. But don't underestimate how much space sweet potatoes need. You know, see? They take a lot of space. Here. Start digging them up. Alright. You want to kind of be careful around it. You don't want to stab it, and I'm not going to use a fork. Some people use a fork. I'm not going to. This wasn't really deep right here. I probably should have planted them somewhere deeper, but I'm going to try to loosen the soil up around it. Pull up. Oh, that one's, see, something got to it right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little mark, but this is actually pretty still good to cure. And when you're curing sweet potatoes, you need to cure them for a week in a pretty warm place, usually around 80 degrees or something. If you have a garage that's not cooled, you can put them in your garage, put them somewhere where it's going to be dry, really warm, and humidity, and you leave them in there for about a week, and that's when all the starches start converting into sugars, and they will store for a long time. So this sweet potato, after I cure it, should store for about anywhere from 4 to 7 months. So let's see what else we got in this hole. And remember, don't wash your sweet potatoes. You don't wash them, okay? See what else we got in here. Little baby root. Let's see what we got over here. You can take this and rock it back and forth. Let's see what we got. Now this one does have some pest damage. See the little holes? Still going to try to cure it anyways and just cut off bad parts later. And you can treat for these. So let's see what else we got in here. Here's what I got so far. Not bad. I mean, there's a little damage. Nothing that can't be cut off later. Now that I did have a couple that were completely chewed into. Some rodent found it and decided to like my sweet potatoes. But like this one, the edge, remember, don't wash them off. Keeping the dirt on is not going to hurt these. Just leave. You can try to flick off as much dirt as you want, but I mean, don't wash these. That's not going to hurt anything. That can cure. It will heal over, and then I'll have sweet potatoes. Let me see this one. See this one? It's a pretty good cluster and pretty good size ones. I think I had 12 plants in here. And I know this is not a lot for 12 plants, but next year I will fertilize them. I mean, they're not bad size. I mean, they're a pretty good size. I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm going to cure all these and store all of them in my garage. Like I said, find a dry place for at least a week with a good amount of humidity and heat to cure these. I probably have about 50 right there. And that's 50 individual meals or a good amount of dinners for my family. So, not half bad. Let's see what else we can pull out. I don't know if I'm going to get any out of these. These didn't do too well. I don't know if they were just too cramped or what, but we're going to try. So, let's see. Nope. A lot of roots, but no little baby ones. I'm sure they can be used just as good. This is like a couple little ones that grew together. I'm going to just dump this out because I don't think there's anything in there. I did get some. It's not a bad size. Let's see. Got some really spindly ones. So I did get some out of this bag, just not really good size ones. I mean, a couple of them were not too bad. Oh, I got some more in here. I'm really surprised that this gave me any. This is about the size the grocery store gives you, so I'm really happy with that. They may not be monsters, but they're something. Alright, so I got about, I counted them, 86 sweet potatoes, and then of course some of the smaller ones, which you can use multiple for dinner and cut them up, have them for dinner. But overall, I think it did okay for my first time growing sweet potatoes, and this is my first time growing them because I always want to try something new every year and see if I can do it. I'm definitely going to plant more plants next year, and I'm also going to fertilize them with phosphorus to see if I get a bigger harvest, which I'm pleased with this harvest. I do have some pest damage, but not much. Now, a couple of them do have little holes, and then some of them were eaten. So I probably would have had about 95 or so if they weren't eaten through. But go ahead and plant something new, try something new. We're coming up on fall. A lot of people are doing their fall gardens. Try something new. Find something new that you looks interesting and try it and see if you like it. I love sweet potatoes. I eat them all the time, so this is going to be great for me. And remember, I'm going to cure these in my garage where it's warm. Let them sit for about 7. You can do about 7 to 10 days. Let the starches convert into sugars, and then store them somewhere cool. You don't really want to get below, I think it's like 50 or 45 on these, because they start getting messed up. But put them somewhere in your house, a cool dark cabinet, and let them sit and use them all winter. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. We have the cicada shells. They're so ugly, but we find them everywhere. Some are fun.